These are the Sunday recommendations for my free email list for September the 12th, 2021. The blog post this week is the official release of my new book, Financial Programs of Alexander Hamilton by a Farmer's Daughter. It's available now in print and Kindle format. I released it on September the 11th, which is the 232nd anniversary of Hamilton's appointment and confirmation as first Secretary of the Treasury of the United States. Here's what Dr. Raymond Niles, Senior Fellow of the American Institute for Economic Research, says, quote, "This farmer's daughter does something sophisticated economists fail to do. She makes complex economic issues understandable and shows why the common man should care. Dr. Durante is a superb and careful scholar, but more than that, she is a gifted writer and explainer. You will understand why Hamilton's economic and political ideas provided the solid foundation for America, without which the American Revolution would have been just a flash in the pan." I'm so pleased with that review. I've also finally made my book on Alexander Hamilton and the Reynolds Affair available in Kindle format, which took a fair amount of work given the number of footnotes that are in it. Second recommendation, Hector Berlioz, orchestration for the Recoche March. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that word. 1846. The late 1840s saw uprisings against monarchical governments throughout Europe. For a concert appearance in Budapest, Berlioz orchestrated a version of a popular Hungarian folk tune that was associated with an 18th century rebellion against the Habsburgs. In his memoirs, Berlioz recalled, quote, "The hall was shaken by unprecedented shouting and stamping of feet. We had to start again, but on the second occasion, too, the audience could hardly, or not at all, control themselves, just like on the first occasion." End of quote. In 1851 to 53, Liszt used the same tune for his Hungarian Rhapsody No. 15. Hat tip for this to Heather MacDonald in her two-part article, Classical Music Under Racial Attack, which is well worth reading if you have any interest in classical music or indeed in any of the arts. Third recommendation, Peter Paul Rubens' Lady in Waiting. This is at the Albertina in Vienna. It was created around 1623. This woman reminds me of a couple characters in the Giordano Bruno series, which I'm still reading with great enjoyment. I wrote about this particular drawing in detail on my website a couple years ago, and I've given you the link to that. The fourth recommendation this week for my supporters is a sculpture by a living artist that I happened to see in Las Vegas. DianeDuranteWriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, architecture, and my many other obsessions. To join the free Sunday recommendations email list, visit the URL that's on the screen or email me. And you can say, "Well done, Diane," or support my work and receive rewards by means of the tip jar on DianeDuranteWriter.com. As always, thank you for listening.